So now I can hear myself and talk even softer.
I got them, but I never wear them. They're just uncomfortable.
Oh, these are great.
With the glasses,
They're great. I love them.
that's why I always sit in the front so I can hear.
Tina loves them too.
Yeah, it's a
Or
long
if you
time
don't want
coming.
to hear, just don't wear them.
No, she told me when I got them, she said mute's over here.
I just go, what'd you say?
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, I can't hear the blinker in the Fiat unless I got my.
Always yelling at me, shut your turn signal off. Look at that.
Yeah, that's why your seatbelt beeping never bothered you. You only heard it half as loud as everybody else.
Mhm. First day of work.
Okay,
All right, we'll call to order this meeting of the Board of Selectmen on May 9th, 2023, 6:00 PM. Roll call, Dana Bennett, first selectman, to my right, Richard Matters, selectman, to my left, Todd Babbitt, selectman, to his left, Lisa Wood, recording secretary. Number 2, pledge of allegiance.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, 3, approval of minutes. A, April 20th, 2023, special meeting minutes. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the April 20th, 23 special meeting.
Okay, all in favor?
Need a second, Dana?
Oh, sorry, second.
That has to be you.
I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I'm
Any
gonna abstain.
abstention? Todd? Okay. All right. April 25th, 2023, regular meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the April 25th, 2023 regular meeting minutes.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Say aye. All right, April 2020 or April 25th, 2023, special meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the April 25th, 2023 minutes with the correction that under item 3 that Dana seconded the motion.
Okay. I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and abstention.
I'll abstain.
All right, D, April 28th, 2023 minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the April 28th, 2023 special meeting minutes.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Correspondence, we have no correspondence under here. New business, A, discussion of possible action on 4 tax refunds for a total of $715.87 as presented by Leona Sharkey, tax collector.
I'll make a motion to approve the 4 tax refunds for a total of $715.87 as presented by the tax collector.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. B, discussion of possible action on monthly reports by department heads.
I have one question. In the building department, he used to put down how many were still outstanding, you know, how they for the backlog, and it's not there anymore. Just thinking that we should, just to see where they're at.
Okay,
And I had one comment. I'd like to see a report from the blight person to see what we're focusing on or it's
Okay.
been a little while and I haven't seen anything, so I'd like to see that included if we could.
okay, great. Is that it? All right, very good. C, discussion and possible action on the agreement between the Youth Services Bureau and Dillinger Research and Applied Data Incorporated. I thought Ryan was going to be here for this.
We did ask them to be here.
Yep. So I guess in looking at this, there is a free version of this, but then when you look further at it, there is a portion of it that has a cost. It looks like it's a great service, however. It says monetary compensation on page 2 to the consultant for the services will be the sole responsibility of DCF and not the Youth Services Bureau.
Right.
So,
One of my concerns was, did we run this through our IT department and make sure we're transferring information back and forth, that we're set up correctly? So we don't get anything we're not asking for,
we did.
okay?
Mhm.
And the only other concern I had is whether it sounds like we're just sending the information as is, we're not redacting anything. So they're getting clients' names, all that information, or I'm not sure that's all required for the DCF reporting when I read that. Just want to make sure we're covered liability wise if they had some kind of a breach. That we're sending them in a full format and then they're altering it and only sending to DCF what's required, what I read.
Okay.
That would be my only concern, so we, I guess, fall under the HIPAA at that point, though.
Okay.
Should we approve it with that condition? Because this was on last meeting.
It was on
too.
last meeting. Mhm.
We keep.
Hmm.
putting it on.
I don't have a problem approving it as long as we know that, you know, liability wise, we're not gonna be on the hook if something gets breached on their end.
Okay.
I didn't see that in there. I might have missed it, but I didn't see it when I read it.
Okay. Any other comments or discussion? So do you want to then approve this, and then I can check with our attorney on the logistics
fine
of
with
that, okay? Would somebody like to make a motion?
Make a motion to approve the Dillinger Research and Applied Data Incorporated contract with the conditions that we just discussed.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, D, discussion and possible, oh, we just passed this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So-
My wife had to come home to get the kids.
Okay. I guess we can ask you maybe now that you've come in.
Sure, sorry.
So you're sending this information with children's information attached or family information attached. Is there some kind of a security, do you know, where we're not going to have a breach of that agreement or a breach of that information if it goes out there?
Yeah, it's an encrypted server.
Okay.
So it's actually a nonprofit that they actually collect all the data they do is for a bunch of school systems, including youth service boroughs.
Okay,
That's why. So if you look at the big picture, we have grant funding from DCF. DCF hired Dillinger to actually take in all the information and reach out to towns like ours. They take a community survey. Long story short, there's a data collection program they use through Excel, which is the Microsoft thing that has been in effect for 16 years since I've been there. DCF is trying to update it for one, but everything's very slow, when it comes to that stuff. But Dillinger was hired to survey every YSB in Connecticut, including ours, to see what our needs are. Because if you look at Norwich's YSB, they got a lot more money. They also do a lot more than we do. And you look at ours, because it's based on population, they're trying to get that feel, what people need. So through that, the conversations I had with them, they said, well, data application, which is this, is what we need the most. And they gave us two options. The one that you pay $200 a year or the Google Workplace option that most Board of Eds go through. One, it's free and it's a form system. So they're pre-created forms that we have to use for intakes. So the one thing to think about our department is everybody thinks we're just Parks and Rec, like we have fun all day. A lot of what we do is youth and family services, which are referring at-risk kids to programs. So like our summer camp program, yeah, it's a great recreation program, but we refer for like socializing, like families that come in to go to a group with, they'll be safe and have fun, which is the summer camp program. We have to collect that data for the referral. Same for JRB, same for our interactions with DCF, and then our youth center itself. So this is what the forms thing is, which is all forms online. So for example, you have a new person coming to a program like Holiday Helpers Christmas program, they have to fill out information about themselves, which is collected by DCF. This is an actual form that's created for us. Rather than us collecting everything from Jarvis, our software system we currently use, recreating it so it actually fits the mold of this DCF Excel sheet. This internally does everything streamlined. So it really makes, and data collection is done twice a year because we have to prove what we're doing is we're serving the kids. We can't just make up a number and say we serve all these kids. We actually have to prove it. And that's with working the Board of Ed and things like that. So this streamlines all that together and it's free. And it's also encrypted by a server that's all they do is work with youth service bureaus and everything that goes with it on the legal side. They want the contract because obviously this is information that's very important and sensitive. So they have to make sure every town understands everything they do.
So I was the one that asked the question. It sounds like you're sending information, but you're not redacting anything. So they're getting probably more than DCF requires. So I was questioning if there's a breach somewhere
Yeah.
that we're not responsible. So if you send them the data and somehow somebody gets into their system
Mhm.
and gets that information, I don't want it to come back to us.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So it's encrypted, but I don't know if it's encrypted all around or just between you and them.
And
That was-
yeah, and that's above my pay grade. I don't know.
Yeah, mine too, but I just
Yeah.
don't want to have a liability down the road that we had names, date of birth, things like that out there.
Yeah.
So I think we approved it with the stipulation, we can get that answer.
Sure.
Right.
And I'm
Talk to our
happy to
attorney.
do like whatever, if you want to forward me the email, I can CC everybody on it and they're very open. They'll go back and forth to explain it
Okay.
for you. It basically cuts a month worth of data collection down to probably a week and a half because everything's done for us, which is, it's amazing. Like I wish I had this years ago.
And any charges are paid for by DCF.
Yeah,
That's
yep,
correct. Okay,
yep.
all right. Any other questions? All right. Thanks, Ryan.
All right.
That was easy.
I'll put the kids to bed.
All
Thank you.
right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. So on to D, discussion and possible action on setting the annual town meeting date now for May 30th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to set the annual town meeting date for May 30th, 2023, 7 p.m. at the Griswold Town Hall, 28 Main Street.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, discussion and possible action on waiving of associated town fees for the community multi-purpose field project. Caitlin called our office to request this waiver. Of course, it's our property, so and in discussion with Lisa, I think that when we did the senior center property, we also waived fees, so we should probably go ahead and make that a formal motion.
They already pay the fees because they already started the project.
I don't believe so. Have they paid the fees?
I wouldn't think so. My answer to Caitlin was that we would put it on, we would most likely be waiving them and they would be on the agenda for today. So I'm thinking she probably just gave them that, charging them the town.
Yeah, they should have. I mean, they should have came in
Right.
before we started the project.
Sure. Does anybody want to make a motion?
Make a motion to waive the fees for community multi-purpose field.
I'll second it.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Discussion on the update of the previously approved fireworks contract. We approved the fireworks contract when we met last and because the fireworks were scheduled in the same fiscal year where we've already had fireworks, we had fireworks the beginning of July of this fiscal year. We do not have the funds for the fireworks. So that was not sent to them, was it? It was not sent to them yet.
I don't
I don't
think so. It's
think so.
already announced.
Yeah, okay. So the fireworks have been canceled, just FYI. Okay. Can I get a motion to move item 5G to the end of the agenda right before adjournment?
I'll make a motion to move item 5G to the end of the agenda before adjournment.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Old business, discussion and possible action on transferring old senior center van to the recreation department. I think this needs to be tabled again
Yep.
to till next meeting.
Yep.
Can I get a motion to table that?
I'll make a motion to table the transfer of the old senior van to the next meeting.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 7, any other business that may properly come before the board? We received an email that has been added, a request from Rebecca Jasum, I'm not sure. I'm saying- Jessam at the library regarding a book bin. So I believe you both have the email. She wanted to put the book bin down by the dumpsters.
Can we get a
Oh,
motion? put
to
on
add
the
it,
agenda?
sorry. Can I get a motion to add it to the agenda?
I'll make a motion to add discussion and possible action on the town locating a book bin on town hall property.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, so she suggested putting this book bin for donation. She said they get rid of a lot. Should they do the book sale here? But they also end up with many, many books that they're basically throwing away. But this is a service where they would be able to put the book bin possibly down by our dumpsters. Just not to confuse it with the deposit, the book deposit that's over here. So that people that end up with books that need to go somewhere could go in there. And then they go out and they're donated, they are recycled. And they're somehow put back in the system. I looked at their website and it looks like you can purchase some of the books from their website, so.
Yeah, they had one down in Lisbon. I used to use one. We were cleaning things up. Yeah.
Mm,
I think of putting it down there, I mean, that's just asking for a pile of junk.
What if you
Is
put
there
it
any
at the
place
rec
up
center?
here that we can put it so it's at least visible? I don't know. It's just, I think down there, it'd be open to vandalism and someone throw a match in it and light it, or, I just think it way in the back there, I don't think it'd be a good idea.
do you have another option for a location?
Yeah, well, is there another location that we could put it? I mean, I hate to put it in a parking space.
It's a pretty large dumpster. Did you see the
Yeah,
Yeah,
photo of it?
but it sounds like they want to put some of their stuff in it. So,
Right,
so if we put it off-site, it's gonna be hard for them to probably get the stuff to it, is my guess. What about over by the ambulance garage on that side? Does our camera cover that side of the building? Well, they have cameras.
The ambulance garage does?
Yeah.
Okay, no, ours only go like as far as the back road parking.
Because they cover the lower lot proportionally. I wonder about on the right when you go out where they have their gas grill somewhere in that area.
yeah, they probably wouldn't, that's kind of their cooking area. They probably don't want it there. Because they are usually out there cooking on the weekends and evenings when I've been
what
here.
about the island? Is there enough room on the island?
No, I don't, yeah,
that
that would
little
make it
island right
difficult to be able to see, to get in and out and watch for people, I think. If they've got a camera, and we have to remember that the school will eventually be there, the alternative school will be there during the daytime. They will probably have cameras outside also, I'm guessing. And the troopers are pretty good at looking at cameras and catching culprits that are doing things. I don't know if this is something that they could deliver and then easily move if they needed to.
Move it if we have to. The fork and the payloader and just move it somewhere.
I think it's a good opportunity for reusing books and for giving books to people that want to use them. If we could try it and try to move it later.
I mean, it looks like it's only about 4 foot by 4 foot. It's high, but it's,
Mhm.
it doesn't look very. Maybe. Take a look at an area and find instead of way back there. That's what I'm just thinking that way in that back parking lot.
They also park down there, you know, I mean, and
Well,
they're not there in the middle of the
I'm
night.
thinking
but-
nights, that you'd be,
Do we have room in that parking lot? Is there some spot that we could use?
The lower one?
Yeah, I mean, is there a spot that you think we could put it so it's not interfering with the trucks coming to get the dumpsters?
I would say put it on that same side. If we're gonna do it. Cause when we come in, we plow, we go in front of the dumpsters and push it that way, so. We
Okay,
want it on that backside.
okay,
That's kind of how we plow that. I know what you're saying, but
yeah, I mean. It's just asking for trouble, I think.
we haven't had problems with people lighting fires in the dumpsters or
Well-
things like that, but
I just use that for an example. I think that
I understand, yeah.
I'm just thinking that, people. Hopefully they'll empty it if it starts getting real full. I mean, that's a pretty good sized bin,
Mhm.
but. I mean, it's too bad we can't find a place somewhere up here.
Yeah, I don't think we have room in our parking lots at this point. I don't know where else it would go.
Put it there and then we'll see what happens.
try it.
Somebody want to make a motion?
Uh, I'll make a motion that we put this book drop off bin somewhere in the back parking lot.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. All right, and then may I ask that we have a motion to bring on another item to any other business, the CERT Community Emergency Response Team information.
I'll make a motion to bring the Community Emergency Response Team information up for discussion and possible action.
A second.
All in favor? Motion carries. So we were all there for the training. We have this letter here from Rich Wasilek, who would like to bring this to town. I think we all decided at that meeting that it was something that we had an interest in. I just wanted to bring it to the meeting and discuss it and formalize it if we want to pursue having a CERT team within town.
I'll make a motion, we move forward to take the necessary steps to form a CERT team within Griswold.
I'll second
Okay, any further discussion? Nope, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, Lisa, do we have to bring that letter on, or is that something that we needed to bring onto the agenda? Nope,
The one I
okay,
have that you signed for me today?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's.
okay, all right. Number 8, public forum. I think Tina in the back.
I have a quick question on that book bin. What is the purpose of that book bin? Is it like a dumpster?
It is shaped like a dumpster, but it's got the, just a small deposit so that books can go in. So it's for books that they have at the library that are outdated. They have multiple copies. Nobody's checking them out. They want to get rid of them. They haven't been able to get rid of them at the at the
So they're
sale.
essentially throwing them away.
Well, instead of throwing them away, they are giving them to this agency that will reuse them, that will donate them, that will sell them, or if they are through that organization, not donated or sold, they will probably,
So it's not
Trash
for the
them.
public to be able to go like a book exchange.
it's not a
type
book
thing.
exchange,
Okay, all right.
right?
My only concern, and I personally feel that Richard, I feel his concern too. You're gonna have everything thrown in there from trash to coffee cups to beer bottles. That's my only concern about the lower parking lot. I've
Yeah,
seen a lot happen down there.
okay.
So it's a great idea. I just don't think lower parking lot is a great idea.
And from what I understand, you know, I think the people that have this bin that will bring it to us, that will be something they'll take care of and they'll probably talk to us about, and then we'll have to address it at some point,
What about right here?
right here on the corner.
Yeah,
Well, they were trying to get separation. from
Yeah,
book
they didn't want
return-
so close to the library.
Book return over here, so people didn't get it confused.
Right,
Do we have a lock on our regular trash dumpster out there? It's not locked, is it? My fear is it's gonna draw attention to that and people will be putting their garbage in our dumpster. It's another concern.
okay. We'll have to watch that.
And then the only other thing that I have, if possible, and Tina Fall Senior Center, the numbers came in on the cleanup, community cleanup day on the tonnage. Just over 16 ton and, over 200 tires,
how many
Wow.
over 200 tires.
tires?
Tires.
Wow,
Well, last year I found one.
goodness. Did you have any more of the trash trackers come into you?
I do have some trash trackers. That's a really tough thing
It is,
because people just don't, I mean, there were a lot of people out cleaning that didn't report.
right.
So they didn't have a trash tracker or they just didn't, you know, they weren't interested in filling it out. So it's hard to get anything accurate.
Well,
So
and it's
I
hard
will
to
turn
do.
in what I have.
While you're doing trash, it's hard to complete a trash tracker, so yeah, okay. All right, thank you, Tina.
You're welcome.
Debut.
Dayview 59 Way Avenue. As I'm sure you're all well aware of, the Heritage Village got their approval through planning and zoning last night. And I know the selectmen, previous and current, have worked diligently on this for probably the last 7 years. However, I was shocked to see or hear that there is no schedule of what is proposed to go in and when. So the residential area that a lot of the elderly in the town are looking forward to coming in probably won't happen in their lifetime. You know, that's just the way that it kind of came out at the meeting. They weren't gonna commit to a schedule of events and what was going in when. So it'll probably go in what's most profitable for them. If they don't finish the project, they probably don't care. I don't know, but I just thought it was pretty sad that they couldn't commit to when they were gonna build stuff.
We only had 5 years.
Yeah,
Well, the
typical for a permit, yes.
yeah, the permit's only.
Got to be
5
completed in 5 years, but if they don't complete it,
Oh, I know.
what happens?
Well, they had a phase 1A and a phase 1B that they came up with last night, but you're right, they didn't have a date on that yet.
Yeah.
Because they're waiting on us to run the water and sewer out there too, so. Thank you. Any other
Thank you.
public forum? Branson,
I called, to ask about the permit to spray in Bridgetown. Someday I'll give it an effort to get the branches moved, to put them in the pile and not help the skelter along the wall. And, I don't know, you should have my permit from last year.
I think Lisa checked on it and we
Right
have
there,
your,
Ransom,
we
you're
do
all
have
set.
your letter, so thank you, Ransom.
And
Any
the
other
only
public-
question I have is, any bridges, going in Bridgetown,
Any what?
bridges going in Bridgetown,
Bridges?
bridges.
Where would the bridges go?
between the cemetery and the 201. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Charlie's Bridge, there are Billings Brook.
Nothing right now.
Nothing, well, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, okay,
Okay, thank you, Ransom.
yeah, well. Have to keep after it because the brush grows.
All right, so may I get a motion to enter into executive session at 6:29 PM to discuss matters affecting, this has public security on there.
I'll make a motion to enter into executive session of 6